1 for 2025. We're in Proverbs chapter 27. Going to dive right in on this episode of Stand Tall to verse 18. He who tends a fig tree eats its fruit, and he who is attentive to his master will be enriched. Okay, so like when I had chickens, we ate of the eggs and we tended to it, right? We tended to the chickens, we took care of them, and they gave us love back, just the way that your dog or your cat does the same thing. And so what you're attentive to and what you make the master of you, whether it be your spouse, your children, or maybe even what we know of in today's society, whether it be money or material things or the pursuit of something, that becomes our master. And so if you become attentive to that, it will enrich you. And I'm not saying anything else other than use that for insight. As one face differs from another, so does one human heart from another. This is very true. We don't quite even know our spouses. And for me, personally, as somebody who has mental health issues with bipolar, my heart can be different from day to day, and by no means of my own. And that's very true, because there's this person who I was growing up, and then there's this person who I became, and this person who now I want to get back to after becoming that person I didn't want to become and spent as for so many years. And it's like, whether it was my own fault through falling into sin, falling into temptation, doing all of that stuff, or if it was truly part of bipolar and having a deficiency, of serotonin and these mood imbalances through no fault of my own led to that. It is even so that you may know your own heart, but even then you may not even know yourself. And in today, so many people are confused about what they want and who they are. And so let's keep that in mind, especially when interacting with other people, that they might be even confused about who they are. So just like there's so many faces, so many people are so different, and it doesn't make them any better or any worse than you. The nether world and the abyss are never satisfied, so too the eyes of men. And whether that means like men or just mankind in general, how prone are we to falling prey to watching Netflix, watching movies, and being lazy? But the wandering eye of man in general, we're prone to, right? One of the 7 deadly sins, lust, and it is one of the biggest ones when you listen to Catholic priests talk on these podcasts, on exorcists talking. I mean, lust is one of the big ones. And so let's be careful of the wandering eye. It's never satiated, just like the abyss always wants more souls. And those two kind of tie together. As the crucible tests silver and the furnace gold, so a man is tested by the praise he receives. Wow. A man being tested by the praise that he receives, right? Because we heard a couple of episodes ago about how you shouldn't let praise kind of like set you back, and you shouldn't praise yourself even. You should let others praise you for your hard work, because it's folly and folly to praise yourself and deceive yourself. And so letting people praise you, you can get sort of a big ego through that. And so that is what this is saying. To me, that's what this saying is you're tested by the praise that you receive. Do you take that praise and do you use it to continue building upon, or do you use that praise to rest on your laurels and grow your ego bigger? And so as we move through the weekend and into next week, right, let's be careful of what we're letting master our lives, and also the praise that we receive. How are we taking that? And of course, to be kind to one another, for as there are many different faces, everyone's heart is in a different place.